My story is not a typical story of a founder. It's a story that started with a deeply rooted purpose and continues with a simple smile that says so much and creates such a big difference. This is Sanjana. Sanjana is a single mother that earns her living for making handmade products that she makes from beads. Look at her smile, because we'll go back to her later on. Now back to my journey as an entrepreneur, journey of realization. And I would like to share 3 of my realizations that brought me to where I am today. My first realization was about what I really want to do in life. As a child, I loved helping others. One of my habits was to gather my friends before exams, teaching them, making sure they are ready. I remember my parents and my teacher praising me for that. As I grew up, I followed my parents' expectation for a promising and practical career. I obtained my master's in system engineer, and I was working for aerospace and defense company. But inside of me was always this voice that wanted to do something different, something that helped others. Moving to Singapore brought me the great opportunity to look at what I enjoy to do, and reinvent myself and reinvent my journey. I understood that my calling is to help people. I wanted to solve a burning social need of poverty and inequality. And I understood that I have to become an entrepreneur. I have no other choice than to become an entrepreneur and invent a new way to do so. I connect very much to what Nelson Mandela said. Overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity, it's an act of justice. With that, I started my own company. Back then, we were selling innovative gift solutions for corporates. I focus on inequalities by hiring women, single mothers, parents from low-income families, people with physical disabilities. I was happy with what I have achieved, empowering my team to have a purpose and an income. I was happy but not satisfied with what I have achieved because I wanted to do so much more. Which brings me to my second realization. My second realization was, how do we take our social impact, make it sustainable and scalable? In 2019, we were already recognized by the Singapore government as a social enterprise. We were invited to the Istana to meet President Halima as part of the runner-up for Social Enterprise of the Year. At the same year, we were chosen to lead a government project of 48 charities. The idea was simple. We will help them to sell the products and services, and by doing so, they will have a stream of income and will be able to provide livelihood for the beneficiaries. For us, it was a great opportunity to scale our impact, touch the life of tens of thousands of the beneficiaries. I had to find a way to address this opportunity. Back then, I had more questions than answers. I met with those organizations, and I was inspired by the impact that each of them create. And I understood that we cannot continue doing things as we did before and expect different results. Our new mission was to enable social organization, to give them tools, to give them methods, to give them visibility to corporate clients. By doing so, we gave them the fishing rod rather than the fish. We managed to create a sustainable model for social organization to scale. And this is the moment Market for Good was created. So Market for Good is a B2B marketplace where corporate clients can fulfill their procurement needs while creating social and environmental impact, which actually help them to fulfill their sustainability goals. As all the vendors on Market for Good, as you heard, are either social or environmental organizations, it opens for them a huge opportunity to work with corporate clients and have much bigger stream of income. You know how times in life, you feel that you're in the right time, at the right place, when all the stars align? This is what we realized, because now companies are expecting to have ESG, environmental, social, and governance goals, and they need to act on them. They are facing a tsunami of new social and environmental regulation that define to them what they need to measure and what they need to report. So we understood that we need now not only to help them create impact, we need now to help them to measure the impact. Which brings me to my third realization. My third realization that is an accurate and relevant way to measure impact is crucial to the success of our model. In order to do that, we had to think as our ancestors did thousands of years ago. You know, the first coin was invented in the kingdom of Lydia around the 6th century BC. It was the first time that a commercial value, a price, was given to a product. Till then, we were exchanging products to products. A price that actually summarized the different the different commercial value into one figure. Today, we all know what's the commercial value of 1 kilogram of tomato. What's the commercial value of the mobile phone that we all have in our pockets? The commercial value of everything we buy. But my question, can we do the same for social and environmental impact? Can we summarize the social impact of a product using one figure? Can we define the environmental impact of a product using one figure as well? This is very important because as a society we must do so. Because as currency propel trading, this will propel social and environmental impact. Let's look at my slide here. Imagine a world when each one of us, when we go and purchase a product, this data is available for us, which means we can now choose the product not only based on the price and the quality, but we can see what is the social environmental impact that it creates. What's the impact that it creates on society and the environmental? In such a world, we can all align our procurement decision to our values. Let's take, for example, those free shirts. Let's assume they are all cost the same, more or less the same quality. But you can see each one of them have different figure, one that represents social impact and the other one that represents environmental impact. Which one would you choose? Now, let's go back to Sanjana. Sanjana is a single mother to 3 beautiful daughters. The first time I met with her was during the pandemic. Remember when everything was closed? She handed me a few products that she managed to sell, and she was proud and happy. She shared with me that this is the only source of income that she had that month, because all the markets she used to sell the product were now closed. She touched my heart so much that I decided this moment that I'll do everything I can to help Sanjana and millions like her, that they can work, they can produce. They only need someone, something to empower them, to bring the opportunity to them, eventually to help them to help themselves. For Sanjana and many others, it's not only about paying the bills. It's about hope. It's about self-value. It's about the dignity that we each deserve to have to support ourselves, our children, and our loved ones. Before I end, I have a small confession to make. I don't really like to stand instead of a large audience, and it's not exactly my cup of tea to demonstrate my perfect English accent that I wish I have, but I do it because I don't want to regret. In her book, Regrets of the Dying, Bronnie Ware shared with us that the #1 regrets of people on the deathbed is that they were not true to themselves. When it's my time to take my last breath, I don't want to regret that I didn't have the courage to stand in front of all of you today. and that I didn't have the courage to believe in myself that I can help millions. Sanjana and many others give me the courage, the perseverance, the energy I need to face so many challenges that every founder faces, but be true to myself, to my values, and to my inner voice. And with that, I would like to ask you, what is your inner voice? What is your calling in life? And what are the things that you cannot accept? And I would like to finish with Franklin Roosevelt's words. The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the ones that have abundance. It's whether we provide enough to those that don't have enough. Thank you very much.